Coach Mark Montgomery, can you introduce your players? I'm sorry, Aiden, what's your last name?
Carter.
Aiden Carter and Orlando Lovejoy. Coach, you are very familiar with Horatio Williams and the Horatio Williams Foundation. Can you talk about what last night was like for your team? And you can tell us about the victory today over Central State.
Well, let's start on last night. Incredible event. Started with dinner at Fixin's, top of the line. They always set it off. Great chance for also the student athletes to intermingle with other teams because a lot of these guys know each other. And then we went down to Cambria Hotel, one of the best hotels in the city, in the mental health speakers. Godfrey, Dr. Godfrey, he set it off. He set the tone. It was a lot of energy, a lot of interaction. I was simply impressed. It was like unbelievable experience for everybody in there. Doesn't matter if you're a player, a coach, a fan. It was packed, and Dr. Godfrey did an unbelievable job. No matter what, I cannot read that fast.
Right.
But going on today's game, give Central State credit. They didn't stop playing. There was times where we were up 18-20. We just couldn't put them away. I like where our defense was at in this game. Anytime you can hold a team, under 35% and under 20 from shooting threes, and we out-rebounded them by 6. You got to credit us on that. We just had too many turnovers, but hey, it's early in the season. We got some things to fix, but the environment, the atmosphere, incredible.
All right, great. Hey, you want to talk about what last night was for you, and also talk about today's game?
For sure. So first and foremost, I want to give all the glory, honor, and praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of this would even be possible. As for last night, it was a great experience. Being in the same room with other men my age, hearing about some of the tough conversations that we don't always feel like we're comfortable talking about, learning about mental health. It was obviously super engaging, like Coach said, about reading fast, the cup game, all of that. It was very, very interesting. To hear from the police chief was another great perspective, a person that's tapped in Detroit and everything like that can really relate to us. So it was a really, really inspiring event for me. I definitely left out of there with a couple of, nuggets to go forward in my life. And as for the game today, I just shout out to my teammates. They held it down the whole game. I know I could count on my brother to my left and my right. If I wasn't holding something down or whatever, I could count on them. I think that, like Coach said, we played great defense. We got to stay a little more locked in the whole game, but that happens. We still handled the adversity and we got out of there with a win. Credit to Central State, like he said, they played a hard-fought game, but I'm still really, really proud of my guys, my teammates, for getting a win today.
Great. Orlando, you are no stranger to Horatio Williams and the Horatio Williams Foundation. So when you talk about your background and familiarity with the foundation, add that part into what last night was like for you and also talk about the game.
First off, it was great to get a free meal off of Horatio. It's a great restaurant. I've been there a couple times, and every time it gets better and better. And shout out to Horatio. I definitely appreciate the meal, and then getting to mingle with my former coaching staff and teammates at Eastern, with some guys I grew up with in Detroit, from Tuskegee, Central State, Grand Valley, Wayne State. Like, those are guys I grew up with. So being able to see them in a college basketball atmosphere in the same city, playing in the same tournament, that was a good experience, and it was a lot of fun for me all the way around. And then in the mental health seminar, I learned a lot. Going into seminars, usually I feel like as an athlete you hear the same conversations in every seminar, but I feel like Mr. Godfrey, being a black man and how strong and powerful he grabbed the room, and he held attention his whole speech. I really learned a lot, and after the seminar, I reached out to him on social media so I could, just ask him a lot of different questions about my future. And as far as the game, I had fun the entire game. Playing in Detroit. We play in Detroit on 6 Mile, Illinois, but playing downtown in Wayne State in the G League arena, that's exciting with the band. It's felt like a high school game with me, with some guys that I played with and against in high school. It was fun for me, and I felt like my teammates, they played great. We played hard. When you hold a team under 40 and 30 and in the exhibition game in the beginning of the season, that's not easy to do. Last year we didn't win our exhibition game. So coming out and starting them off 2-0, that's exciting for me, and I like the direction our team is headed in with new guys that are just now learning the system, just now getting comfortable. I think we got less players with Division I experience than we did last year, and to come out 2-0, and that's exciting for me, and I'm just glad I'm glad for the direction that we're going in. I think we're going to be even better.
Great. Mark, I'll pose this question to you and let you get some final thoughts, and young men be kind of prepared for final thoughts too. Talking about getting ready for the season, what is the outlook for this season? Year 2 going forward. Just give me your thoughts, and how does a game like today and even your first opening exhibition kind of help you build going forward?
Well, anytime you can hit the road and not play at home, I thought when we played Grand Valley, we're in the comfy confines of historical Callahan Hall.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that surrounding. So this gave us a jump start where our first 2 games at UIC and Notre Dame, we're going to be on the road.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of felt like a road game with their band and the energy they brought. But I think going into the season, long as we can keep getting better every single day in practice and learning from our mistakes and being coachable, the sky's the limit. I think, that first 2 games we played 14 guys. We have a lot of guys. We have a lot of talent. And within this preseason, per se, before we start league games, we're going to get even closer, even more familiar with each other. And, the main part is horizon play. So let's get through the preseason, learn a lot, win some games, and then get ready for the horizon.
Great. Aiden and Orlando, any closing thoughts?
I would say for me, I'm just looking forward to the season. I think that under Coach Mark Montgomery, a coach that really, believes in me, believes in the team, we're just going to continue to play hard for him. Our chemistry is going to grow, and I think that we have something special up here. I think we're going to just continue to keep God in the conversation, keep God first, and continue to roll on with that, building off these 2 exhibition games. I'm looking forward to the season for sure.
All right, Orlando?
Like Coach said, the main goal is Horizon League play, and I feel like we owe a lot of teams a lot of payback. And we are coming.
I love it. Coach, always a pleasure. Appreciate you. All right, thank you guys. Great
Thanks,
job.
Lindsay. Appreciate you.